Hi folks, welcome back to another Work in Progress Wednesday. Not very much has been happening this week. I've not been able to put in as much work as I'd like to have done. I'm still working on designing the different races you'll come across within the game. So let's have a look at what I've got so far. So first of all, we've got my mountain race of people that I showed last week. I've got a different style of clothing for them here. So this is more of a winter garb for them. So when you first encounter them in the game, their area is actually under a sort of wintry curse, and they can't cope with the cold very well, even though they're mountainous people. So that's really having an impact on their society as a whole. So I just wanted to have a quick sketch of what I think some sort of cold weather outfits for them might look like. Then I sketched up what the different ages of them will look like. I want it to be that you have different age groups of people within the game, so not everyone is a middle-aged NPC, or I want there to be a bit of variety, so having children, teenagers, adults, mature adults, and sort of elderly as well, and also just a little bit of doodling of what their hands look like. They've got a bit of octopusiness going on there, and then the three at the bottom are sort of the three figureheads of their society at this current time. They probably won't look like that in the end, but just try to put some pictures on paper. Then we're back onto my insect race again, just try to figure out what on earth they're going to look like. I'm quite happy with the way that they are turning out. So I gave them sort of shades as like, the compound eyes that a lot of insects have. But I actually think it really suits them, like everybody having a pair of shades on. I think it looks quite interesting. So I really want to keep that as part of their design. And then have really expressive antenna as well that they style into various different ways depending on the person. As you can see here, I've got very basic facial drawings of different stages of their development. So being insects, they're going to go through a similar life cycle where they pupate and molt and get bigger and just generally glutton out and try and get as big as possible. So as you can see at the bottom there, we've got a beefy adult who has successfully bulked up. He's living the dream. So that's pretty much where we're at right now. I've still got a bit of time scheduled for designing them out. I'll probably spend a little bit of time as well doing some write-ups for their culture and their societies and what they're all about, because I have a few for some of the other races that I've done as well. And then I'm going to be working on some story development, because at the moment it's extremely lacking in the story department. I only have an idea of how the beginning happens and what the overarching plot is, but I need to hammer out the details as to why specific events are happening and what has caused other events to occur before you, the player, the hero, come on the scene, and you know, the repercussions of your actions as well. So yeah, a lot of work still to go in there, but it needs to be done because otherwise this game is going to be boring as anything to play. So it behooves me to do it. But thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.